Hello, my name is Ori, and I'm sitting here with Alex and Zane of Caffeine, Daydream, a local band here in Boone, North Carolina. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Yeah,
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're sitting right now in Control Room A and RFG Studio here on App State's campus. And due to COVID restrictions, we unfortunately were not able to put together a live show, which is what we normally would have done around this time of year. But thankfully, Caffeine Daydream was cool with coming in. We're going to record some 4 or 5 brand new songs, correct?
See, I think we're playing 3 old songs and 2 new songs.
Cool. So we got 5 songs set for you. 2 of them are going to be brand new. Excited to hear them. So for those of our viewers who don't know who Caffeine Daydream is, take us back to the beginning. Where are you guys from? How'd you guys meet? Where the band start? Give us a whole rundown.
So Zane and I went to high school at the University of North Carolina School of Arts in Winston-Salem. So we met, end of our junior year?
Yeah, very, last couple weeks.
Yeah.
We were in class together, but I was scared to talk to you because I thought you were cooler than me.
Nice.
Which definitely isn't true, but...
yeah, well, I know that now.
Yeah. But anyway, so we met, and we just started, jamming with a few other people. My roommate at UNCSA was a drummer, and so we just started jamming, and then senior year rolls around, and then we started, writing stuff, and, we started playing at the local open mic. That was where we played the majority of our first shows.
Yeah, we played everyone they had pretty much.
So that's kind of where our origins came from. And then once we graduated, then we pulled Cooper on to play drums, and that's when things really, I felt, kind of took off, because just adding a drummer that's got more of a rock sound than a jazz sound really tightened up a lot. And then we just started getting gigs, and we got more gigs.
Yeah,
and
coming here was really nice for us.
Yeah.
Had a lot of house shows, a lot of other stuff.
The music scene here was pretty crazy, comparatively to most of the rest of North Carolina, I would say.
Yeah, especially for DIY, that was something coming here was cool. Because I'm in Winston-Salem, I'm at UNCSA now.
Gotcha.
And there's pretty much no DIY scene there. It's pretty dead. And coming here was a big difference. It was really cool.
Upon his throne, broken kid, a broken
dig deep within. Need to burn it all down till we're dying out. Leave it all I am in the ashes. Need to burn it all down, down, down until we're dying out. Leave it all I am in the ashes. Burn it all down till we're dying out. Leave it all I am to the ashes. Need to burn it all down, down, down until we're dying out. Leave it all I am in the ashes. Whoa, need to burn it all down.
So, have you guys played a show in Boone before you moved here for school, or you
Nope.
just came here for App State and then you found out like there's this huge DIY scene going on?
Then I met Matt Moore, who owned the Grove, and he was like, I have a house, and I was like, cool, I have a band,
And that's how you
and
put
here
a
we
house show
are.
together. Yeah. That's usually how it goes. Well, that's cool. What is your guys' creative process like? Because I remember the first time I heard you guys play, the first time I even heard of you guys was 2019 Battle of the Bands.
Dude,
At
that was like
Black
right
Hat.
at a year ago.
That was literally a year ago. I think this week or
That's
coming up
wild.
on next week.
Yeah.
It was exactly a year ago. And you had all these local Boone bands, some Charlotte bands that came up. And I remember hearing you guys, and the first thing that I thought was like, this is like a hard rock, like a modern hard rock band. You guys had elements of like the 70s and 80s, like classic rock with some modern like push, like the overdriven guitars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with Cooper behind the drums, like he's a madman behind the drums.
He's a madman.
It's kind of ridiculous. So like, what are your guys' inspirations, and who does the most of the songwriting? Is it kind of like a group effort, or do you guys say that one person comes up with an idea and you all just like tack it on together and build a song?
You want to address sound first?
Yeah, it's pretty. We have pretty eclectic influences, which I think is how we got to where we are. So like I'm at UNCSA for double bass, and I'm like a classical performance major.
Mm-hmm.
And so lots of my writing comes from like growing up and liking punk music, but also then like studying theory in a lot of classical form.
Mm-hmm.
And so lots of sort of our writing will be Alex will have like a melody or a guitar riff or something.
Yep.
And then he'll come to us, and Cooper will do some crazy stuff behind the drums. And Cooper also, because he was in Semantics, he fronted his own pop punk band for forever
Okay.
before this. And so he has a lot of experience sort of writing songs and putting together form. And so normally you'll have like the starting point and bring it to us.
Yeah, I'll usually like have gotten, like an intro, a verse, and a chorus. And then I'll be like, all right, this is good enough to bring to the band. And then we'll just kind of build on top of that and kind of all put in our input to make it a cohesive like song from all of us.
Yeah, and a lot of our songs, because we try really hard to have interesting songs. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that to sound hubristic, but like just because it's really easy to like write a verse, write a chorus, rinse, repeat, you're
Yeah.
done. And so we try really hard to have just things that if you're paying attention, you can notice differences. And that comes from me and Cooper being very mathematical about the way we write, and you just being really interesting.
I write more like feel based. Like music for me is much more of a feel thing than it is for like you and Cooper. Like you guys are very just like you said, I think mathematical is a good term about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and lots of the stuff that we do, lots of we have some like weird triplets, weird fills. We sort of find the songs kind of take on a new life as we play them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure lots of these songs will sound completely different when we make like a studio recording too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because every time we play them, normally it's Cooper will do something dumb and then we'll all like it.
Yeah.
Because he does
that.
He does all sorts of stuff.
I feel like that's the way with drummers. Like most drummers, they'll have that studio take, and then when they play live or literally at any other point, it's just a completely different feel. They're like, I thought I tried this.
Yeah,
and it sounded pretty cool.
A lot of it is just like we'll just be like messing around in rehearsal, and then magically something that we did in rehearsal comes out like at a live show, and we're like, oh, that was cool. We'd actually pulled that off. Like. You know, just kind of happens. That's part of what I love about live music is just the unpredictable aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Snow falls in your summer eyes. It was much to my delight how we spent that night. You drew me in like a sunset on a stormy day. The clouds all break away, and all you do is love. Oh, again and again and again and again. I just want you more. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, I'm gonna sing my song. The way you make me feel is real. We always said that love can heal. Fate is a funny thing. What's there is meant to be. You'll just have to see. Red ribbons around your neck. Oh, let me set you free. Your heart just needs to breathe. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, I'm gonna sing my song. The way you make me feel is real. You always said that love can heal. Oh, I'm gonna sing my song. The way you make me feel is real. You always said that love can heal. Snow falls in your summer eyes. It was much to my delight how we spent that night. And all you do is love. Oh, again and again and again and again. I just want you more. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, I'm gonna sing my song. The way you make me feel is real. You always said that love can heal. Oh, I'm gonna sing my song. The way you make me feel is real. You always said that love can heal.
Well, playing live, what would you guys say is your favorite song to play? Because I know there are songs that, because I know this is a tough question, and I kind of feel it too, because there are songs that I write that I'm like, this is a cool song, but it's really not that fun to play. Like, it might be basic, or my arm's getting tired. I'm tired of playing this.
Yeah.
But for you guys, like, what's a song that you genuinely enjoy playing from the musicianship point of view? Like, forget the crowd's going wild, but it's like you enjoy playing this song because it's
really
a fun
good
song.
question.
I mean, overall, I enjoy playing all of our songs. I think there's a big part of, if you really love what you create and love what you do, people are gonna get behind that. But like specific song,
I think it's got to be Cradle for me.
Cradle
That's what it's
Lies
been
is
normally.
really fun.
That is a really
especially
good song.
the ending of that song just goes so hard.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
I mean, I really always enjoy playing Last Train because that's like a crowd favorite, and like whenever we play that show, people just go freaking ballistic.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I love feeding off the energy of other
for
people,
sure.
and like, I don't know, it's just special.
I feel love and I feel out of touch with you. Like the lust, you intoxicate my soul. I've been around and around and around and around like a fool. I think you're overrated, elevated, yet I'm a fool. I've been sleeping on black roses, and I don't know what to do. I've been sleeping on black roses, but I'm still in love with you. Baby, you're in my head, stuck in there for good. You're a mess that I made, you misunderstood. We've been dancing in the moonlight until dawn. Till you take your clothes off, swing me into your arms. I've been sleeping on black roses, and I don't know what to do. I've been sleeping on black roses, but I'm still in love with you. I've been sleeping on black roses, and I don't know what to do. I've been sleeping on black roses, but I'm still in love with you, you.
Many of the bands, as we were talking before we started recording this, like many bands have been doing live streams, and like that was really the thing to do between March and probably like April, May.
Yeah.
But by the time you hit May, any band that was doing a live stream, you maybe had like 20 people tune in,
Yeah.
and like I mean, 20 people is still a lot of people, but like beginning of March, you had like maybe 50 to 60, like even more people tuning in. So with the whole COVID thing going on and seeing as how the DIY scene, especially here in Boone, is based on live shows, what do you guys see as the future? Are you guys gonna, you know, hunker down and go into the studio and like start working on a lot of music? Are you guys gonna maybe do more stuff like this where you videotape shoots like that and put them out, or what are you guys' plan for COVID?
We kind of just do literally anything we can. Like that's kind of how we operated without COVID. Like we're playing as many shows, taking as many opportunities as we can. But yeah, like our plan over winter break is to record, you know, maybe like 5 to 7 song EP, hopefully of completely new material. And then, like just doing things like this. We did a live at RFG session a few weeks ago. So that was super fun. And yeah, I mean, we're just trying to like make the most of what we can do and still be productive. You know, Zane's in Winston-Salem and Cooper moved back to Chapel Hill for during COVID. So like we don't have everybody up here all the time again. But you know, we probably get together for rehearsal every 2 or 3 weeks, and then
about that.
Yep. But yeah, COVID just sucks.
Leaves fall from the trees as I figure out direction of my heart can't escape my mouth. Oh, I'm gonna let you down and don't know how. Let you down. Temptation leaves you broken inside. I look up to the clouds hoping for light. Oh, and I don't know which way to go. Oh, I don't know. I know that you know that we can't do this again. I know that you know that we can't just be friends. I know that you know that I will see you
Don't do it dirty.
I know that you know that we can't do this again. I know that you know that
kind of happened hand in hand. You had COVID happen, so all the DIY scene got shut down, and then at least here in Boone, especially, you had some pretty major local bands graduate or just leave the town entirely because life moves on. Like you had Ozone Jones leave, they moved to Colorado. You had Basilica leave, which was kind of like the town's like bastion of metal. Like there was not a metal scene until Basilica really
came around.
And now you've got, I mean, of course there are many local bands. I'm not trying to discredit, but I mean there's really like a DIY scene that's kind of looking for a new band to take the starlight. I mean, where do you guys see the DIY scene going from here after COVID? I mean, maybe even after Caffeine Daydream moves on from Boone.
I mean, I think it's going to bounce back, and I think it's going to bounce back stronger than ever. Like, people are so deprived of live music that, like, as soon as this is over and shows are starting again, like, I think it's just going to be ludicrous, and it's going to be popping just as much, if not more, than it was before COVID happened. And, like, what we don't always consider is there's a lot of new bands always coming to Boone, like bands younger than us, and like we don't know about them until they start playing. So, we know a lot of people from like the Triangle scene and younger than us who have moved up to App now because everybody heard about the music scene here and everybody wants to be a part of it. So I really think that it's gonna keep popping and keep being what makes Boone DIY scene so special, I
agree. I'm hopeful that that's the case. But before we go ahead and end this interview, is there anything you guys want to plug? You want social media? Where can people find your music? Anything you guys got in the works, studio-wise, music-wise?
I would say follow our Instagram. It's at _Caffeine Daydream _. Give us a like on Facebook.
Band? Do we have band in it?
No,
do we not?
That's our Gmail. Yeah, I mean, if you want to email us, we'll respond.
Send us memes. Send us job applications.
DM us, whatever.
Yeah,
we got music on Spotify, Apple Music.
We have a Twitter now.
You have a Twitter now. Cool.
It's
Zane runs the Twitter.
Satire, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very satirical Twitter.
Yeah, we're trying to get Blink-182 to do a collab with us. That's the project of the Twitter. So if you want to DM Blink-182 and tell them to collab with us.
Anybody watching this, DM Blink-182.
Please. We have, I think,
let them know. 19
followers on our Twitter account, so I don't want to brag, but
these are big numbers,
pretty good
man.
about our chances here.
That's pretty high numbers.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you so much. Thank you again to Alex and Zane for sitting down with me, and we hope all of you viewers today are going to enjoy these killer songs that they're about to lay down.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Yeah, It's been a pleasure.